This is a sports catastrophe production. Hey there, hi there, ho there. It's Jeff Cutter Diamond, and welcome you to another sports catastrophe birthday boy. And the birthday boy for today, May the 2nd, is in a sport that a lot of people don't know about in North America, but it's cricket. A cricket legend. I did David Gower last month. Now I'm going to do another cricket legend. He is one of the greatest batsmen of all time. He has a lot of batting rankings, including the record for highest individual score in first class cricket, scoring 501 runs without being out for Warwickshire in 1994, which is the only 500th game in cricket history. He actually holds the record for highest individual score in a test innings, scoring 400 not out versus in the fourth match of West Indies versus England. And he scored 28 runs in an over against South Africa, which is pretty impressive. One of the best he had one of the best match moments, scoring 153 runs, beating Australia in a match. It was called the second best batting performance in Test cricket history, behind Sir Don Bradman's Ashes 270 runs. It's amazing what he has done and all that. He was named an honorary member to the Order of Australia, and it was basically given the ICC's Hall of Fame thing. He's played in 63 test matches, which his team was on the losing side, second in history. But anyway, he is Brian Lara, who's now 53 years old today. He's a 5'8" left-handed batter. He's a pretty good batter in that. Now, it's going to be hard to explain cricket in a few minutes, but basically, it's kind of like baseball in a sense, but only that the pitcher or the guy who throws the ball takes a running start and then throws the ball downwards, trying to bounce it and hit wickets that the batter is trying to protect. Well, the batter's trying to protect the plate in baseball. But basically, the batter can hit like a baseball swing, but usually the ball is low, so the batter usually has to smack the cricket bat, which is a flat bat, to smack the ball. Anything is in play. There's no foul balls in cricket. There's a boundary there's a field, and if the ball goes over the boundary, like a home run, like straight on the fly, it's 6 runs. However, if the ball goes on the ground but past the fielders and it hits the boundary or goes over the boundary, that's 4 runs. Kind of like a ground rule double, if you will. But anyway, that's 4 runs, and then you try to run from home plate to another set of stumps where the pitcher is protecting. You try to run across it. You can be out by you being hit by the ball before you bat, foul tipping the ball, and the wicket keeper or the catcher gets the ball or basically hits the stumps behind you. If the pitcher gets the stump past you, hits the stump behind you, that's an out. Or obviously, if a player actually gets thrown out, base running, if you will, or the ball in the ground, ball receiving. So anyway, he was huge for West Indies. Now the West Indies is not really a nation. Everyone knows that. The West Indies is basically the Caribbean squads of Trinidad, Tobago, Jamaica, Barbados, Bermuda. All those best players play on one team. It's kind of like an all-star team, but the West Indies is basically an historical name for the Caribbean. He played for Trinidad and Tobago, technically, and all that. But, he was played for West Indies. He would do quite well for them, and all that. As I said, he has the highest individual score in first-class cricket and Test cricket, like I said. Its 501 runs came off of 427 balls and 474 minutes in the crease. 474 minutes in the crease, that's amazing. That's That's almost 8 hours in the crease, and he wasn't out there. I think there was a break in between, obviously. Anyway, it was just amazing what he could do for West Indies. Though, unfortunately, in test matches, in international play, he was only 32, 63, and 36. So that was not really the best time. West Indies wasn't really known as a super cricket nation, but anyway, yeah, Lara, that was the biggest mistake. All that. The problem was that Lara had an issue in 2005. He was supposed to play for West Indies, but he had a sponsorship deal with Cable and Wireless, which clashed with the cricket board's main sponsor, Digicel. So Lara was not too happy with that. So Lara tried his best and all that, but decided to retire in 2007. He played in the Indian Cricket League, 2007. Anyway, it was huge and all that. So he was doing all that, you know. Lara has two daughters. Anyway, it was amazing. He actually was in 2009. Brian Lara was when he was in Trinidad and Tobago, he actually asked to meet Brian Lara because it was the Michael Jordan of cricket, which was amazing and all that. He has a stadium named after him. He's known for his philanthropy, dealing with a charitable organization in memory of his parents for health and social care issues. He took part in Soccer Aid 2008 and 2010, and he was a good soccer player. He actually played with Dwight York, Shaka Hislop, and Russell Latibie while growing up in Trinidad. Those guys would actually go on to play for Trinidad at the 2006 World Cup. And I believe their only appearance, no, Trinidad and Tobago, I think, had a few more. But that's here there. But yeah, he has lots of records and all that. Not going to go over too many records because obviously not many people will know about cricket. So I suggest you probably do your research on this because, it's better if you guys know about research more than me because then I don't have to be preachy and all that. And that just sucks. I know. Anyway, Brian Lara is still a legend. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. I do.